All right, shalawam. All right, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work of sincerity, shalawam. All right, so this is Nazar Khud, GMS Precepts here again. And pretty much the topic I want to get into today is about the covenant, man, okay? And how the Most High is not going to do away with Israel, all right? All right, he's not going to do away with Israel, which Israel represents you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and the Most High, and there's plenty of scriptures in the Bible, but I'm just I'm just going to touch on a few of them. All right, so the first one here I have here is pulled up is Psalms 94 and 14, and it reads, "For the Lord will not cast off His people." Okay. All right, so you know that's a cut to those Christians or those other religious groups that says, "Oh, the Lord is going to open up His love and His covenant with the other nations or with the Gentiles." Okay, not knowing that those Gentiles that the Bible is speaking about are Israelites, man. They're Israelites. All right, because you are who you are based on your father. All right, a man's genealogy or a man's nation is determined by who his father is, man. Matter of fact, let me get that in Numbers. I believe it's the first chapter, 1 and 8. No, it's 1 and 7, 1 and 18. It says Numbers 1 and 18, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. Okay, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Let's just see what the word pedigree means. Where is it? Pedigree. Yalad. Okay. To bear, bring forth, begat, gender, travail, bear, bring forth, childbirth, distress. Okay, begat. All right. Like when you have a pedigree of a dog, it basically means what type of dog it is, you know. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first, second day, second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. Okay, so that's how you determine one's lineage, man. When you go into the first chapter of Matthew's, it tells you the lineage of the Lord. Okay, all the way from the beginning to Yahawashi, man, or who the world ignorantly refers to as Jesus Christ. It shows his lineage from the beginning all the way to him. Okay, all right. So back to Psalms 94 and 14. It says, "For the Lord will not cast off His people, neither will He forsake His inheritance." Man, okay. Neither will he forsake his inheritance. So the Most High is never going to cast off his people, and his people are who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, I'm thinking about another scripture. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Let me pause this and try to find it. All right, here it is. I found it. It's in Psalms once again. So this is Psalms 33, verse 12. It says, "Blessed is a nation whose power is the Lord, and the people of whom He hath chosen for His own inheritance." Okay. Now, what nation is that? That's the nation of Israel. That's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So, I mean, if one person reads this, you would have to find out who are the chosen, man. Let's see what that word chosen means. So, is it Bakar, right here, whom He hath chosen? Bakar. If you go to that word, chosen, to choose, elect. Okay, it basically means elect. All right, somebody chosen or picked out or selected. Oh, it says right here, selected. Okay, Bakar. Okay, so the Most High chose a nation as for Himself. Now let me go to next scriptures in Psalms 105, verse 8, it says, He hath remembered his covenant forever. There you go. He has remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. Now that word covenant, it goes back to an agreement. All right, and that agreement or that covenant that he has with this chosen nation is the laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay. Verse 9, it says, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, and confirm. Yeah, if you go back to Genesis, the 17th chapter, it speaks about how the Most High is going to make Abraham the father of many. Okay? All right? Father of many. Right? It says, which that's what his name means. Matter of fact, Abba Raham. Abba Raham. Let's see what it means. Abba Raham. Father of a multitude. Okay? Or father of many. Father of a multitude. Abba Raham. Okay? Now, going back to the scripture, it says, verse where I'm at 9, it says, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, he confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, man. Everlasting covenant. So this is a covenant or a contract that he's not going to forget. The Most High is always going to be with the nation of Israel. Now, right now, we're just going through our punishment. We're going through a punishment phase, yes. All right. But the Lord is still dealing with us, and he's facing you. If you were to make an analogy that he has his back towards us, you could say now that he's facing us, man. Okay, I mean, if you see all these prophecies happening, you look across the earth, you see camps and rising up everywhere. You see the nation coming back to their nationality. All right. So we're hey man. This place is almost out of here, man, and we can see it through the prophecy that the Most High is there's a mass awakening going on. Okay, and you have a lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are realizing who their true identity, right? So the next scripture I got here is in Psalms 172. I'm gonna start at 70. This is Luke. I'm sorry, I said Psalms. This is Luke 1:70. It says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which hath been since the world began. Okay, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. All right, so that's showing you that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we have natural enemies, man, and we have nations that hate us. All right, and those enemies of us, those enemies of you Israelites, are the other nations. Our number one enemy right now is Esau, man. Edom, the nation of Edom. Okay, that's why Most High is really gonna put a hurting on the nation of Edom, and he's starting right now with their kingdom. That's why we see their kingdom falling before our eyes, whether you guys want to believe it or not. All right, the nation of Edom, okay, and their infrastructure, their kingdom, the beast, the dragon, Rome reincarnated. It's falling, man. It's falling right before our eyes, man. And that's the Most High doing it, man. You see all type of infighting within the elites. Okay, you have this country financially, morally going down the toilet. This place is finished, man, and it's the Most High doing it. If the Most High was with this country or this nation or with this people, all right. Matter of fact, let me go to this Proverbs 29:2, man. I'm gonna show you how through the Spirit, the Bible is gonna show you how the Most High is not with this nation or with this society. This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, when the righteous, okay, people that are righteous, people according to the now you're righteous according to the Bible, yes, not by your own actions or not what you think is right. You're righteous according to the Bible." Right? Now it says, when the righteous are in authority, or when the righteous people are ruling, the people rejoice. You don't see people rejoicing right now. You got the highest homeless rate ever in recorded history. All right, in Cali and New York City, all over the planet, all over America. All right, you've got people suffering financially. You got shootings happening all the goddamn time, even though a lot of them are orchestrated. But the point is still there. And not only here in America, all over the globe, man. All right, you've got a lot of people not rejoicing, man. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And you got a lot of mourning going on right now. Why? It's telling you right here. The wicked beareth rule. Okay? Right? So, back to Luke. It says, to perform the mercy promised to our... Now, let me go back to verse 71. Luke 1 and 71. That we should be saved from our enemies and from them and from the hand of all that hate us. All right? Now, all these other nations, they hate you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why it tells you in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter, going into the curses, is the 68th verse. It says at the end of it, no man shall buy you. Right? Now, when it goes into that word buy, it means save, man. So no man shall save you. All right? You don't have any other nations that's telling us the truth. And you got, and these other nations know excuse me, I'm getting excited. And these other nations know who we really are, man. They know that we go back to the biblical Israelites, but none of them are saying anything. Why? Because they know once we come back to our nationality, we're gonna be the next ones ruling. They want to have us they want to continue having us on the bottom. Okay. So verse 72, it says, I'll read 71 again, that we should be safe from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant. Now, what's remembering his holy covenant? Us as a whole, us as a nation, going back to the law, statutes, and commandments. And we know, pursuing what is that? Hebrews 8 and 11, or 8 chapter 8 and 8 and 10. That covenant is going to be in our inward parts, man. That's the new covenant. The new covenant is us, us having that stony heart or stony heart being converted into that fleshly heart, meaning we're not going to go off anymore, man. Us keeping the law, statute, commandments is going to be programmed, hardwired into our spirit. Okay? To perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant. What's the mercy promised to our fathers? What did I just quote in that promise given to Abraham, man? Which his name is what? The father of a multitude. Okay? The Most High told him, I will make thee a seed of I will make thy seed exceedingly great, man, and you should be kings over the planet Earth. That's the mercy promised to us. Right? Verse 73, the oath which he swore, see, there you go. It says it right here. The oath which he swore to our father Abraham. Okay? That he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear. Okay? We're going to be delivered. That's showing you in the last days that the Israelites, we're going to be under the hands of our enemies, meaning what? We're going to be under servitude, man. We're going to be in subjection. That's why it says in Isaiah 14, them that have, man, I'm bad. Let me just get it. 14th chapter, it explains that. It says, I'll read the second verse, go to the point. Isaiah 14 and 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Okay, so the ones that are oppressing, so this is saying the ones that are oppressed, they're going to be the oppressors now. Okay, the ones that were captives, they're going to take those who took them captives as captives. Okay, Satan fuck on my. All right, now let me go back. Right, it says that we may serve him without fear, man. Okay? It's going to be total peace in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, so let me go to another one. I got Leviticus 26 and 42. This is a quick one. Leviticus 26 and 42. Then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land. Okay, so the Most High is going to allow us. And what's the land? That land is the land of Israel. The Most High is going to allow us to go back into our land again. Okay? The Most High is gonna let us go back into our land again, which is the land of Israel, which belongs to you Israelites, or us Israelites. The land of Israel belongs to us. It don't belong to those people that are occupying it right now. Okay, if you even if you look up the definition of Israeli, okay, and Israeli is a modern day inhabitant of Israel, but an Israelite is a original inhabitant of Israel. Okay, all right. That's why you had the what's the name? The Egyptian general. Okay, he said what? Gamal Nasser. He made a statement saying, "How can one people leave one color and come back another?" He said, "I will never accept this." And now, what's he talking about? He's talking about the people that are of the land of Israel. Today, they are not the original inhabitants of that land. Okay, he's saying the original inhabitants of that land were not that skin complexion; they were darker, man. All right. So it says, now I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 31 and 35. It says, Jeremiah 31:35, thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. Here's a point. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So he's saying he's gonna show you. He's gonna basically tell you when the Lord is gonna cease from being a power over the Israelites. He's gonna explain it to you when these ordinances depart from me. Now he's gonna further explain it. Right? It says, verse 37, thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. So this is the only stipulation, that he's not going to deal with the nation of Israel anymore. He's going to cast them off. If the heaven above can be measured, man. Okay? Now you've got something called the Van Halen belt, which it restricts. I don't give a fuck how many so-called drones they got over there, or rovers they got in Mars. Ain't shit over there in Mars. Okay, they want to claim they been to the moon, and they ain't been back since. If they really went to the moon, they would have opened up a whole bunch of shopping malls and McDonald's. Okay, they would have drained the moon for all its natural resources. All right. So they ain't never been to the moon, man. All right, so the heaven above can be measured, man. The heaven above cannot be measured. Okay, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath. You're only allowed so much into the depth of the sea before that pressure squishes you, man. Okay, so Esau here, they're trapped here on earth. They can't leave it, and they can't escape it. Okay, so he's saying, if you can figure out these measurements, then I'll. So he's being facetious, man. Okay, he's saying a rhetorical statement. He's saying, nigga, you can't figure this out, man, because I made it impossible to. Also, it's also impossible for me to do away with the nation of Israel. It says, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. All right, so that's just a few scriptures about how the Lord is not going to do away with Israel, man. Never. The Most High, who the people in call God, Yahawah is his name. The Most High is not going to do away with the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, pursuing to Romans 13:11, it's high time our people wake out of sleep, man. Because the Lord, if you can see these prophecies, the Lord is making his return very soon. All right, so that's pretty much it. Until the next show, shalawam.